don't drink.
You know, okay. I smell something fruity. What's that? Is that?
I don't know. Probably my Pepsi or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta take a look at your eyes real
Absolutely.
quick. Absolutely.
Nope.
Just looking for impaired drivers this
Oh
evening.
yeah, I don't take those tests.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
I just don't. I don't take tests, sir.
You want to answer any questions?
No,
Why is that?
Because he's trying to give me tests and he's accusing me of drinking.
No, I just asked you a question, sir, to perform sobriety test.
I understand.
I was calling to see if we could do a possible obstruction charge for not wanting to provide. No, submit the standard field sobriety test. You can do an obstruction charge.
While driving to a local fast food restaurant to get his family dinner, a driver was stopped due to having a headlight out. This traffic stop that was focused on having a headlight out quickly turned into a DUI investigation. Unfortunately for the cops that were involved in this traffic stop, they did not know that the driver was a current law student.
A03 Seneca traffic. Oh, you stay in your car, sir. Parking lot of Burger King, Henry King Paul, 1122. How you doing, sir?
Hi, how are you?
Sergeant McLean with the Seneca Falls Police. Pulled you over because you have a headlight out in your vehicle?
You know, I was actually wondering that because it was a little like, you know, it wasn't lit up 100%.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a license on you?
I do, yes, sir.
Where are you coming from tonight?
I'm actually just coming from my house to here to get some dinner.
Okay. Everything valid on your license?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, how many alcoholic beverages you had tonight?
No.
Nothing?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna get that.
Oh, I thought you were handing that to me.
Oh, no.
Okay, alright. You have the registration for the vehicle?
You know what? I mean, it's legit. I just don't have it in here.
Okay, is the car registered to you?
I think it's my girlfriend, Jennifer.
Okay. Just want to
It's one or the other.
Okay, just want to turn the car on real fast to see, just to verify the headlight is still off. You just stay in the car, just let you know.
Yeah, no problem.
No, you're good. Just the passenger side one. You just stay in the car for now.
Okay.
Take a look at your license.
I think it's under her name or my name. I can't remember which one it's registered under, but
It looks like it's maybe your wife, Sindoni. Is that
yeah,
your
it's my
girlfriend?
woman. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're all good. You said no alcohol tonight?
No, hell no. I don't drink.
Yeah. Okay. I smell something fruity. What's that? Is that?
I don't know. Probably my Pepsi or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You gotta take a look at your eyes real
Absolutely.
quick. Absolutely.
Nope.
Just looking for impaired drivers this
Oh
evening.
yeah, I don't take those tests.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
I just don't. I don't take tests, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm asking you. I'm gonna make sure you're okay to drive your vehicle. Right?
Yeah. No, I understand. I don't take tests though.
Okay. Why not?
I just don't. It's no disrespect to you.
No, I am performing an investigation right now
Okay.
to make sure you're okay to drive your vehicle.
Yeah, I won't. I don't take tests, sir.
Why not?
I just don't. I mean,
Okay.
I take. You know, I am a law student for one, and two, I just don't take tests.
All right, sit tight for me, please.
Okay.
Heading up this way as well. Can you get that order too? I observed him with glassy, watery eyes. So he's coming here to get food, but I'm trying to see if you get the same clues that I'm getting.
How are we doing tonight, sir? Where are you coming from tonight?
I don't answer questions.
You want to answer any questions?
No, I'm not.
Why is that?
Because he's trying to give me tests and he's accusing me of drinking.
No, I just asked you a question, sir, to perform sobriety test.
I understand, sir.
I'm conducting an investigation right now.
I don't drink for number one.
Okay.
And you're asking me if I've been drinking, sir.
Right.
I don't drink.
Okay, I don't know that. I never met you before.
Well,
It's just an investigation to make sure you're safe to drive, right? That's all it is.
I understand, sir. But
Okay.
I don't answer questions. It's no disrespect, but at all, you know what I'm saying, at all.
I understand, yeah.
Senegal unit told you for
I'm
state
coming here to
police
get
department
dinner
out
for my
domestic
family.
violence.
And, you know, no offense, but I feel like you're
All
kind
units
of
open.
coming on a little
No,
strong.
I'm just doing my job, sir.
Just because a vehicle smells fruity.
No, a fruity alcoholic beverage, like I stated to you, sir.
Yeah, well,
You also have watery and glassy eyes.
Of course, sir.
Another sign of intoxication.
And I have sinuses. I have allergies. I also have asthma.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Does that cause your eyes to get watery and glassy?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Because I also have asthma.
Absolutely. Sinuses does. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But you have no issue. If you're not drinking tonight, there's no issues taking a test.
I don't take tests, sir. I just don't do it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do you have a supervisor?
I'm a supervisor on scene.
Do you have a supervisor?
I am a supervisor working right now.
Okay. Do you have one available?
No, I don't. I'm the supervisor right now, sir, of the shift.
Okay.
I'm asking you to exit to make sure you're okay to drive right now.
I'll exit, sir. I'm not gonna just not obey.
And I appreciate that.
You want me to exit?
I want you to exit to make sure you're okay to drive.
Give me a command.
I'm giving you a lawful order to exit your vehicle
Yes,
to make
sir.
sure you're okay to drive.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
That's all I'm doing.
You want my wallet?
You don't need your wallet or anything.
Again, I'm not taking any tests, sir. So I don't know what you're. You okay to put this in my? Is this okay?
You're nothing on you? Nothing. Mind if I get you put back down for
I
weapons or
do
anything?
mind. Yes, sir. I don't.
Well, it's going to be an officer safety check.
I don't comply.
It's just going to be put back down for our safety. That's all it is.
If you have to do it.
I'm not going to hold anything.
No,
okay.
Go ahead. If you have to do it, this is embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's for our safety, sir.
I run a local business.
I'm not. There's nothing against you. If you get out of the car, I just want to make sure this is your wallet. That you put your wallet in? Okay.
I don't answer questions, sir.
I'm just double checking for officer safety.
No.
So
The driver stated more than once that he did not comply to a pat down. And most police officers, when they ask you to step out of the vehicle, they're going to say they need to pat you down for their safety. But that's not how it works. For those of you who may not know, can police officers order you out of the vehicle under Pennsylvania versus Mims? The answer is yes. But a Terry frisk, a limited pat down of outer clothing, is allowed only if both are true. The stop is lawful, reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime or any criminal activity, and the officer has specific articulable facts that the person is armed and dangerous. Officer safety alone is not enough. So we see the driver comply, but it was only under duress. Cops cannot simply pat you down for their safety.
what I'm asking here is if you had any alcoholic beverages tonight. I'm getting clues of
I
intoxication.
answered your question, sir.
I understand
I do
that.
not drink. If you're
Okay.
getting any clue of intoxication, you need to go back to school.
I've been a cop for 8 years. I know what signs of
Sir,
intoxication
I'm
are.
being honest with you.
Okay. Well, I don't know that. I never
Okay.
met you
Well,
before.
I'm being honest with you.
People have told me a lot of things in the past. All right.
Yep.
So what I want to do is check your eyes to make
I'm
sure you're okay to drive.
absolutely not doing that, sir.
Would you be willing to walk for me?
No, absolutely. Absolutely not.
Okay.
I
Why
can't
is that?
believe that you think I...
No, if you had nothing to drink tonight, this would show that you had nothing to drink.
Sir, I'm not doing that.
Why is that?
Because I do not. I've been through law school and everything else. I do not comply.
You don't comply with the lawful order?
Sir, I've answered your question.
All right. What I'm giving you is a lawful. I'm giving you an
sir,
order.
I'm telling you, you're giving me an order to take a test.
I'm advising you to take sobriety tests to make sure
Sir,
you're okay to drive
I
your vehicle.
will not take a test. No
Okay.
disrespect.
We're not trying to disrespect you either.
You are, because
No,
you
no,
keep
sir.
asking me multiple times.
Sir, we have a job to do. Okay. That's all it is. It's no disrespect towards you.
I've answered your question.
We get lied to
I will
every
not
day.
take any tests. I will not, and it's no disrespect. I have a lot of friends that's law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? I would not disrespect in that way.
We
Right.
appreciate that.
Just
We're not
I do
disrespecting
not
you either.
take tests. I do not. In fact, I've dealt with you before previously.
Recall when I
I
dealt
was
with
in
you.
Rittmer Lane before you came to my house and asked me a bunch of questions.
Okay.
Also, you know, again.
Oh, was
I
that
felt
about
like,
was that the Uber thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I do
Yes,
recall you
sir.
now. Okay.
And I was more than respectful.
I know
to
you were,
Was I
and
not?
I appreciate
I'm a
your
little
cooperation.
nervous because here I am at Burger King, getting dinner for my family.
Right.
You know, and I get nervous when I speak to cops because I just
We're just here to do our job. We're not here to.
get it. But you
Mess
pulled
with
me
you.
over for a headlight.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Now you're pushing it. You're
I'm not
saying-
pushing you. I'm just doing an investigation.
You're
right now.
claiming fruity alcohol. You're saying something that smells fruity. So
It's a fruity alcoholic
there's a million
beverage.
things. I deliver groceries for Walmart, so maybe
Like I
something
also said,
slipped
you have
out, you know
you
what
have
I'm
watery
saying?
and glassy eyes. That's a
Okay.
sign of intoxication.
Many people have that, sir.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I never.
Just because somebody has glossy eyes doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it's a sign from our training and experience.
Okay.
It's a sign of
and I'm-
intoxication.
Okay. Well. Okay. So what are you gonna do with this, sir?
Just sit tight with this guy real
absolutely.
fast.
Absolutely.
I'm with them. That's that shit.
All right, man. There's no disrespect between me and you.
I
I'm just
understand, sir.
doing my job.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to perform tests.
No, sir.
Which I understand. You don't have to if you choose not to.
And again, it's no disrespect.
Yeah, no,
it's just
understood.
that I know my rights.
Right. Understood. Understood. So I'm gonna write you a ticket for the headlight. Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind just stepping back in your car for me, please?
Absolutely.
So I can get that going. Just hop back in the front. Hop back in the driver's seat.
I just want to back. It's so weird. 'Cause I just literally replaced that one back like
Right. Okay.
shit.
Well, you can do that. You can go home and get inside. And you can
Yeah,
stay at home.
it wasn't too long ago.
Okay.
So yeah,
There'll be a fix-it ticket for the headlight, and then
Okay.
you'll have until Monday to get it fixed on.
till Monday.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
usually the next business day. But
Now, what do I do with that? Do I bring it
Just-
to the sheriff or not
You
sheriff?
can go.
to the-
Literally, you can go to any. You can go to a mechanic to sign off on it.
Okay.
A law enforcement officer. There's
You're gonna write me a
instructions.
ticket just for that? For real?
We're doing traffic enforcement tonight.
You cut me out here all this time. You're gonna write me a ticket for that?
Doing traffic enforcement,
All
sir.
right, buddy. What's your name, sir?
Sergeant McLean.
Do you have a card?
I do have a card. It'll be on the, my name will be on the ticket as well.
All right, sir. I
All right.
appreciate
Just give me a
it.
moment, please.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
I was calling to see if we could do a possible obstruction charge for not wanting to provide submit the standard field sobriety test. You can do an obstruction charge.
Kept backing away from me, so I don't.
So did you get? I got a whiff of like a fruity alcoholic beverage.
In the car.
Yeah, that's the odor I was getting from the vehicle, which is what I explained to him, and then his eyes were glassy and watery.
And then I couldn't, like, he kept backing away from me when I was trying to talk to him.
Right. Okay.
And then, but he wouldn't, like, I couldn't get a strong
He's
enough.
also steadying himself on the hood of the car. He was talking to us. He kept touching her.
But his eyes were glassy and watery.
Claiming allergies.
So as you heard, the cop wanted to see if he could get an obstruction charge because the driver refused field sobriety test. But the state of New York does not have a statute that you can charge a driver with because he or she refused field sobriety. New York state law, field sobriety test. In New York, field sobriety tests are voluntary. That means you do not have to perform walk and turn, one leg stand, horizontal gaze nystagmus, the eye test. Refusal alone is lawful. Refusal does not equal obstruction. Again, there is no statute in New York that makes refusing field sobriety test a crime. But be careful. Make sure you know the difference between a field sobriety test and chemical tests. For example, blood tests, urine tests, a breathalyzer test are considered chemical tests. And yes, you can refuse those tests, but there will be a penalty assessed. Your license could be suspended immediately. However, the breathalyzer test that's most likely given at the location of the police department is not the same thing as a PBT test, a portable breathalyzer test, that you can also refuse. But the breathalyzer test, sometimes referred to as the data master test, you can refuse, but there will be a penalty of a suspended license most likely assessed to you. The driver who stated that he was a law student knew this information, but the police officer who's enforcing the law did not.
Sounds good. All right, sir. So you got a citation for inadequate headlight.
Okay.
So, you wanted to speak to a supervisor of mine.
Okay.
So I notified my lieutenant on the phone.
Okay.
He's aware of what's going on.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I can't determine if you're okay to drive or not.
Mm-hmm.
So you refused the sobriety test.
Yes, sir.
I told you you have signs from my training experience of intoxication.
Yes, sir.
You have slowed, mumbled speech.
Mhm.
You have watery and glassy eyes.
I know
All
what
right?
you said, sir.
Okay, and I
Yes,
smell
sir.
an odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from inside the vehicle.
Okay.
So I don't know if you
Sir.
can drive or not. So you're gonna have to call someone to pick you up to drive.
Okay.
Understood? So that's what.
Okay. You want me to call someone right now?
That's correct.
What am I gonna do with this vehicle? Leave it here overnight?
I will let them know to stay here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Sounds good.
So I have to issue your,
All right, sir.
your license.
All right.
You wanted a business card as well, you said?
I do. Yes.
So
I'll grab my phone.
That's fine. Like I said,
Oh, that's Sorry, we can play this game.
I'm not playing any games,
No,
sir.
sir, you're being very disrespectful. I will file a complaint.
I've never been disrespectful to
Sir,
you.
you are being very
This
disrespectful.
is all recorded on body camera.
You have pushed this above over a
I have not, sir.
Okay.
This is all recorded on body camera.
Excellent. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I have it all recorded as well, sir.
That's fine.
I guess that's it then. Yeah, just give me your number.
Yep, here's the contact number.
You have a citation?
Here's a citation. You have a court date of August 14th at 12 p.m. in Town Center Falls Court.
Yes, sir.
For the correction ticket, you have to get it corrected by Monday.
I will. Yes, sir.
And have it signed off by a mechanic or a police officer. Okay.
You got it. Yes, sir.
Here's my business card right here, sir.
All right.
Here's the citation. Like I said, my lieutenant's been made aware of the situation.
Lieutenant, what's his name?
Lieutenant Clear.
Clear. Yes, sir.
He's been made aware of the situation.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for us, sir?
That's it.
All right. Have a good rest of your night.
I appreciate your very professional tone. I will accommodate you. Thank you, sir.
Unfortunately, cops can prevent you from driving your vehicle even if no crime was committed if they have good reason. One of those reasons would be extreme impairment, and under this reason is why they're preventing this driver from driving his vehicle. This is more than likely retaliation because the driver refused to take the field sobriety test. I'm pretty sure the cop can see this is not extreme impairment, but because he just lost this battle with the law student, this was his way of retaliating. Great job by this driver. This is why you're supposed to know your rights and always stand up for yourself. With that being said, we the people, you, signing off.